smoking marijuana, it keep me calmer. Gotta be that gasolina. Your back ain't strong enough, you can't even smoke with us. Yours ain't cold enough, I be smoking big fast. Your blunts ain't big enough.
Hey guys, it's Terry. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Really appreciate if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you hit that little notification bell, you'll be notified anytime I release new content. This is the little look idea inspired by my outfit. So I'm taking my Master Prime Face Primer by Maybelline and using that to moisturize my face. And I'm going in with some translucent setting powder, and I'm setting my under eye, forehead, and brows. I do my brows because it helps to pick up on more of the brow hair, because as you can see I have very light, almost non-there brows, and it helps them to look more hair-like once they're all filled in. I don't want it to just look flat, I want it to look real. So I'm loading up the brush here to apply the concealer. I'm using P. Louise Base in Rumor 4. I'm going to use this for under my eye, over my, underbrow, over brow, and as my eyeshadow base. I love this stuff. I swear by it. If you've been here long with me, you know that this is pretty much all I use, unless I'm doing something to show people how to use other products. If you just, you know, don't want to do this. But yeah, this is my thing. Don't mind me dancing. I'm listening to music and jamming out, listening to a 90s hip-hop station, and I was living, okay? Living. So now I'm taking the Period Pooh Palette and going in with the color Malibu. This is going to be the initial shade. Again, I'm going based off my dress. My dress has multiple shades. So now I'm taking that color Indigo out of the Period Pooh Palette. And after that, I'm going to go back in with Summer Splash in between Indigo and Malibu. I really like that transition, and it brought more colors from my dress. Now I'm going to go back in with a little bit more Malibu, and then on top of that I'm going to add some Pineapple Crush to green out that area, because there's a lot of different greens in the dress. So now I'm taking my P. Louise Base Basic Brights in orange, and I'm using that to cut out a crease, and I'm going to use this as a graphic liner, and I'm trying to make sure I get this as neat as possible. Of course, one of my lids is fat, so some got where I didn't want it. And so I'm going through and trying to intensify the colors. And then on top of that, I'm adding some Cutie Pop Glitzy Glitters pigment in orange, just to one, set that color, and two, brighten it up a bit. So now what I'm doing is going and just cleaning up that eye space so that I can go back in with the colors that I want. Again, I just wanted this to be a graphic liner. So now I'm going to take my brush, load it up, and come back in and cut out that shape, and then again fill out the eye. From here, I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of that indigo, and now I'm taking the shade Maserati and I'm tapping that onto the lid. Maserati is best used with a fluffy brush because it gives you that all over shade. But do you see how pretty it is? Now I'm coming in with e.l.f. gel liner to line my eye. And honestly, I wish I had just gone with something, a different mirror, because this was so difficult. Trying to hold the mirror and get this shape right was ridiculous. And then on the ends, I take a little bit of the shade Tax Money and I just blur out the edges, just to, one, give it a little bit of extra definition, two, take that shade into indigo so that it blends nicely. And of course, Tax Money is such a dark shade that it does not take away from the black liner. So now I'm going with my Lmtcosmetics lash glue and my lashes in the style Beyond Average, and I'm prepping those to get ready. And as you can see, they go on really easy. I didn't have to wait for them to dry. And from there, I'm going in with the e.l.f. primer. Now I'm taking my Blkopl foundation stick in dark brown, and I'm taking this, I believe it's Kokie concealer, and I'm just kind of using this to undercut my face and going through and blending that out. Now I'm taking my Fit Me foundation in 362 and using that to put all over my face. And I'm going in with my Yana's Eyes face brush. I absolutely love this brush. It's amazing. If you don't have one, you need one. This thing gives me a flawless photo finish every time. So what I'm doing now is just going back through and adding a little bit of Milani concealer in the shade Sand to add some of that yellow back into my face. Now I'm going over with the setting powder. This setting powder is from YC in the shade, I believe, 213. So from here, I'm just going back into the Period Pooh palette, and I'm using the shade Snatch to do a little bit of a bronzer. And now I'm just knocking off any of that excess powder. And I'm going over with my Pixie setting spray, and I'm using that to set my face. Now, because I did use the Pixie, it does have a little bit of shine to it, so I added more shine. I'm going under my under eye with Cutie Pop Glitzy Glitters green, and now I am taking the shade K-Bye out of the Period Pooh palette and using that as a blush. And then I'm going back in on my cheeks with the shade Goddess from the Period Pooh palette and using that for my highlight. Okay, do you see that glow? Do you see that glow? Now I'm coming in with a brown pencil, and I'm going to use the DOS colors from my lippy, and I went in with the shade Spectacular and Woodland. I didn't love it, so I ended up going back over it with my Pulse Cosmetics Mocha, and then went over that with my Pulse Cosmetics Clear Gloss and Kiss Me. Okay, so I was feeling it. That highlight was coming through. Yes, baby, yes. So I wanted to just take a little second to show you what this look is like. Now, here's me and my dress, and as you can see, it is extremely colorful. And your girl was feeling herself, okay? So let me do this face and get on out of this place. Love you guys.